How much should you spend marketing your ultra low budget feature film? And for the sake of this video, let's define an ultra low budget movie as one that is shot for $50,000 or under. And towards the end, I'm going to share some numbers of what some films at this level are making with this level of marketing.
And action.
I'm Jay Horton. I make movies that make money. This is how. When you're talking about ULB features, a lot of the generalized rules go out the window. When it comes to a ULB feature, I would spend no more than a few grand. I personally usually spend between $1,000 and $2,000, if that. So 4% at the most. And I would spend the bulk of that on targeted Facebook, YouTube, or Google ads upon the movie's release. I have used a couple of small PR firms to get reviews and stuff, but at least on the documentary stuff that I've been doing, I don't see much value in it. Now, with Craving coming out here in a few months, this is something I may revisit with it. Also, if I'm doing a horror movie, hello Craving, I might spend a little bit on banner ads, on a horror movie website. But to be honest, I haven't done this in a few years and I cannot really vouch for its current relevance. So, like I said above, I'd spend the bulk of that on ads that I control. The common rule of thumb in the film business is one should spend 30 to 50% of a film's budget on marketing. If you're making a super low budget thing for under $50,000, does that really make any sense? In my opinion, no. That whole 30 to 50% thing, that was taken from a studio model, where they're spending millions and millions of dollars making the movies and then millions and millions of dollars promoting them. And on that level, it makes sense. At $50,000 or under, 30% is insane. And I'll tell you why. That kind of money will do very little for a movie. It just won't. In my opinion, that 20 to 50% that they want you to spend on advertising would be much better spent in actually making the movie better, increasing the production value, adding name talent, paying for better key art, which I suppose you could say that was technically advertising. But of course, with everything else, there are going to be outliers and people that really know how and where to spend their marketing bucks that could challenge this opinion. But in general terms, I hold that this is true. I've said as much in a few filmmaker threads online, and I always get filmmakers jumping into the defense of the old 30 to 50% thing. Yet 9 times out of 10, none of them can give a legit real-world example of a successful 10K or under ad campaign for an independent feature. At least nothing more than simple anecdotal or my friend made a movie for 40K and they said. I'm going to hit you with a hard truth. Indie film market is tough. It is very hard to make a profit with a small independent film. Most, I'd say 80% or more, fail to recoup their budgets, and that's with or without an ad spend. The key to making a profit on a smaller independent film is A, quality of the film, B, quality of the key art, C, luck, D, paid or organic promotion. And if I was truly ordering that correct, I would probably hit luck first. And yeah, I get the irony of someone like myself who's built a whole channel around marketing advice, putting marketing dead last on this list. But I am not in any way, shape, or form saying that marketing is not worth doing. I'm just saying I would not spend a ton on it, at least not at this level. Yes, I do believe luck is a bigger factor. But I also believe you can dramatically increase your odds of getting lucky by putting more effort into the other factors. Instead of spending that 30 to 50% on paid ads, I would put a lot more effort into organic marketing, which at this level is actually where you're going to get more bang for your buck or your effort anyway. So how much can movies make spending less than $2,000 on ads? Okay, so about a year ago, I did a version of this video and I talked about how in 2022, I'd released 6 features and the returns were all over the place. From a few $100 a month to one that earned $12,000 a month. And all of them had spends under $2,000. So yeah, you could make $200 a month with spending money on ads, or you could make $12,000 doing money on ads. And to be honest, the $12,000 one, I spent no more money on ads than I did on the ones that made a couple $100. Let me talk a little bit more about the one-to-one ROI. So I am currently running half a dozen Facebook ads, all budgeted at $1 a day, with direct link click-throughs to Amazon TVOD, where I'm renting those titles for 99 cents a pop. My current click-through rate is like an average of 3 cents a click. And prior to these ads running, these movies had almost zeroed out on Amazon. Like they were only up there for rental and were making like $5 to $10 a month. I started running the ads 3 months ago. So I'm spending basically $30 a piece per ad. Each of the movies within that first month were each making over $45 a piece. Yes, some of this is anecdotal. I can't directly link those to that. Maybe it's just a coincidence. I started running the ads and it started doing better. But this is honestly how marketing usually works. It is hard to directly quantify it. And that is also with no new organic posting for those movies. I mean, they're all over 2 and 3 years old. I've been tied up directing and producing Craving for the past 6 months, and I've honestly really neglected my usual promotion routine for my movies. So really the only promotion that was going on during, at least the last 4 months was just those paid ads. So I think they're what did it. Now, my plan over the next few months as I wrap up Craving is to ramp back up my organic promotion on those titles and others. And I'm going to start running paid ads on more of those older, like basically dead titles, as it really does seem like you can make some returns with them, even if they're small. Like I have, probably like 20, like basically dead titles or titles that aren't earning that much in my library, and if I can spend $1 a day or $30 a piece and I can like make a 25% extra return on that, I think it's definitely worth it. So I'll try it.
All right, guys.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, some of you are sitting there thinking, well, if you spend the $1 a day on these, why don't you just do that 30 to 50% on the ad spend and, make all the money there? And the truth of the matter is, I still say that 30 to 40% is better spent on the actual movie and the quality of the movie and upping you there. And then just your organic reach in the marketplace is going to be worth so much more than the, $5,000 to $10,000 that you would spend on advertising. In my opinion, the movie will just go further financially if it has better intrinsic elements, rather than, a bigger ad spend. But that's my opinion. Do what you will with it, but whatever you do, keep making movies.